Hey, beautiful heart. Welcome into my little space of the internet where your cells are listening and your soul wants to speak. We're going to tippy tap in and see what is it that you need to hear today. All right, guys. Whew. How did yesterday feel for you? Yesterday's energy was interesting. It was weird. It was very different than how it has been. Let me know for you, how it felt and what are you feeling today? Um, looking at the cards in front of me, and I am using 3 different decks. One of the decks is new. It was sent to me. I just got it a couple of days ago. Breathtaking artwork, but most of the cards I can't show on YouTube. But if you guys are curious about the deck and the artwork and how beautiful it is and why I can't show it on YouTube, you can definitely go on Etsy or Google it. It is the Love and Lust Tarot, and this is by the Tarotopia. And she's out of San Francisco. So anyways, absolutely beautiful. This is what the back of the cards look like. There is one that came out that if I cover it, I can show you. Anyways, here we go. The overall energy that I was picking up on in meditation before turning on this camera, tapping into somebody who you've been on this journey a long time. You're tired. I get it. I feel you. But you're in this energy where you've been really excited for change. You've been looking forward to it, but almost like it's delayed and it hasn't happened yet. So I kind of feel like there's some seesaw energy going on. That was interesting. My phone made a really weird noise and I look over and it's in French. Okay, whatever. Anyways, back to the reading. It's like whatever you've got going on, there's like this energy of you're grateful for what you've got going on, but there's also at the same time, like, you want to get the hell out of Dodge. Like, you just want to pack up and leave and start all over. And again, this isn't from a place of life sucks, everything's going wrong, woe is me. It's not like that in this energy. This feels more like trepidation coming up, kind of what we've been talking about with not knowing how things are going to work out, because maybe up until this point you've been hanging on and holding on and it just hasn't happened in the way that you had hoped or you had wanted to. I do pick up some energy of just kind of, like I said, I don't really feel it's fight or flight. It may feel like that in the moment, but underneath, I don't really think it's that. It's almost like oscillating between fight and flight and fawning. And if you guys don't really know what fawning is, it is a trauma response, just like flight or fight. But fawning is when, like, your brain shuts down, you mentally shut down, your emotions shut down, you back up, lie down. It could feel kind of like deer in the headlights type of energy. You don't want to speak up. You don't want to say your truth, you know, whatever it is. I feel that this is what's happening. And in one deck, I've got the Eight of Cups in reverse. And then in this new beautiful deck, we have the Eight of Cups upright. And that's really telling of this energy because, yeah, one moment, or this could even be simultaneously, but you want to stand in your power or in your authenticity or this new version of you. But then at the same time, you want to leave the old version of you behind, but you also want to bring parts of the old you into the now, is kind of what I feel like. And I feel like you kind of get stuck or hung up, looped up in the day-to-day story of whatever. I feel like the day-to-day story is becoming your distraction from the bigger energy. You are going through a huge, huge life transformation. That's where your thoughts should be, more forward thinking, preparing, getting ready to be in that energy of the timeline you want to be in. Yeah, because I've got 4 minor arcana cards on the table, which means that's all about the story. Then I have 3 major arcanas, and these are the big hitters. I've got the Magician, the High Priestess, and the World. The High Priestess in this deck. The Magician in this deck, and the World. Keep going. The message is keep going, keep going, keep going. I don't care if you're scared. Keep going. I don't care what your bank account says. Keep going. There's a musical artist. I absolutely love her vibe. I love her music. Her name is Erica Mason. And she has a song, and you guys can find her on Spotify. But it says, don't have money in the bank, do it anyways. Scared? Do it anyways. And that's what this energy in this reading is saying. Stop believing your own gaslighting excuses. Leave those behind. Okay? Yeah, I know, I'm talking to myself too. Fun. But it's amazing how many excuses or stories we make up in our own mind as to why we can't do it. And truth be told, it's all fear. It's all fear. You may sit there and go, no, I don't have a fear of being seen, or I don't have a fear of going viral, or I don't have a fear of this or that or whatever, but yet you're not out there. You're not doing it. It could be imposter syndrome. It could be perfectionism. It could be a whole mixed bag of neurospiciness. Absolutely. This is where you double dog yourself and double down on no. It's okay not to be perfect. It's okay not to have the right lighting, the right equipment, the right this, the right that, whatever you think. Now, if I'm speaking to somebody who also wants to be an energy reader, whether it's tarot cards, oracle cards, beans, coins, whatever, I don't care. You want to be a reader, you want to get on YouTube or social media, what have you. Why aren't you? Are you not? Because you're in subconscious competition with others. Oh, they have better equipment, or I like, their setup is pretty. My setup's not this, or I don't have this, or what. That's all the Peanuts teacher. Nobody cares. Honestly, truthfully, nobody cares. And if you're somebody who watches different readers or whatever, and as you're watching them, you're judging, oh, well, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like that, da da da. I had somebody who used to be close to me, that whenever I would do a reading or a video, would always critique. Like if I touch my glasses, if I touch my hair, if I do any of that stuff, that was what they would focus on, and they would call it out every time. Oh, that bothers me that you do this, this, and this. Well, back then, that bothered me that they told me that. Well, if that person feels that way, then almost everybody feels that way. No. That was a lesson. So I'm telling this story because somebody needs to hear it. Truth be told, that's a them problem. That's not a you problem. Do not worry about what other people are going to think. And this came up for me the other day when I was trying to edit one of my videos. Editing videos for me is new. It's not one of my jams, okay? So I'm working through it. But I noticed how many times I moved my hair, or touched my glasses, or did this or did that. Well, you know what? If you don't like it and you're over there bitching, that's a you problem. Just turn me off, okay? Bye. Sending you love. But the point I'm trying to make is, if this is resonating with you and, this is one of your concerns or whatever, again, it's a them problem. If they're watching you and judging you surface levelly, and if you're doing that, watching other videos, comparing yourself or whatever, stop. That's all surface. It's all ego. It's all monkey mind. Okay? Doesn't matter. What matters is the message. And if you're the messenger, your role is delivering the message. Okay? Truth be told, and I didn't know it back then. I mean, yeah, I stood up to her and was like, you know what? I don't want to hear it. That's a you problem. We are no longer friends, not just for that, but for other reasons. But if you're somebody that this is resonating with, you grew up around people that were like that. Your parents, probably your mom, friends, teachers, just that's been a pattern. It's been a cycle. You're also probably neurodivergent or neurospicy in some sort of way. That was something about me that I hid for so long. Well, one, growing up in the era that I did, Gen X, we weren't tested for that. You didn't talk about that. You didn't talk about your emotions. You didn't talk about if anything's wrong. And back then, the only people really getting diagnosed with ADHD, things like that, were boys who couldn't sit still in school. Well, what about us girls that it shows up in different ways? We ended up learning how to mask so much just to fit in, so people wouldn't call us out all the time. You've been on a journey to accept all of you. And again, if anybody's watching it bothers you that I touch my hair, I touch my glasses, I move this, I move that, I send you love. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to change. It's me. It's what I do. Okay? So, whoever needed to hear that message, own all of you. Be okay with it. Okay? Because your voice is needed. Your gifts are needed. What you have to say needs to be said. And yeah, I do have to give myself that same message. Do not think for 1 minute that I want to come on here every day and give a message and talk about myself and share a story to help others. No. I would much rather like to teach the theory, the principles, the universal laws, the YCAL methodology, and help you change your life strictly from like a textbook type of way without putting in my personal stories. I tried that. It doesn't have as much impact. It's very, not sterile, but it feels very academical. There we go. And there's nothing wrong with academics by any means. But what I'm saying is the YCAL methodology that I teach, it's meant to be lived and experienced. You're not really going to get it if you just read about it. When it becomes real for everybody is when you actually put it into practice in your own life and you walk it out. But guess what? To do that, to help you guys get to that point, what do I need to do? Just talk about my life, share my story. So I am challenging myself to do that on a daily basis. But yeah, I'm going to be very upfront and honest. It's not comfortable, but guess what? I'm doing it anyways. I'm doing it uncomfortable. Here I am in all my uncomfortability. Here we go. Why? Because it's what I need to do. To get to where I want to go, I need to do these things. Just like to get to where you're going, and what I mean by where you're going is the life that you want to live. Whether it's with a certain person, in a certain house, a certain bank account, whatever, you still got to get over yourself. You have to love every part of yourself. And truth be told, I'm no different on camera than I am in person. If you and I were to go out for coffee or lunch, or if you were to see me out in the wild, I call that the wild environment. If you were to see me out in the wild, absolutely. I'm going to be having a conversation. My hands are going to be flying. I'm going to be messing with my hair. I'm going to be messing with my glasses. I'll probably be eating, I'm Italian. I'm a tad messy. When I eat, food flies everywhere. I don't mean to be, but it is what it is. It's who I am. And yeah, I could be a little over the top. Yeah, maybe I say some words louder than others. Guess what? That's me. And I'm okay with me. And whoever's not okay with me, I'm absolutely okay with that. They're not for me. I'm not for them. Hey, send you love anyways. I'm going on my way. That's how life should be. I don't need to make up a story about any of it. I don't care why somebody doesn't like me. I really don't care. I don't care why I irritate some people. They're not my people then. I'm okay with that, and I don't need to know why. That wasn't always how I was. It used to bother me. So if it still bothers you, that's okay. You're still evolving. This is a process. I told you guys. I've been on this journey for a few decades. This isn't an overnight thing. But for whoever needs to hear that, yes, you are the magician of your reality in your life. The answers that you seek, newsflash, they're already within you. They're in your heart. Your head doesn't have them, but your heart does. You are this high priestess. You have gifts. For those of you who have tried to hide your gifts, you can't hide them anymore. And as a matter of fact, the more that you embrace your gifts, the more they're going to increase and strengthen. There are a few of you who are listening right now that, yeah, you know you're gifted. you've been using your gifts, but guess what? Your gifts are about to go to a whole nother level. You're about to unlock even more gifts. Guess what? That is the life that we live. Life is infinite. We are infinite beings in an infinite universe. There is so much to learn and evolve. And it's supposed to be fun. So yeah, and here with the world, you're stepping out of a lower timeline into a higher timeline. Your whole world is going to change. The way you think, the way you feel, the way you speak, the way you look, the way you eat, what you drink, the people you go around, what you watch, all of it is about to change. Nothing is off the board. So get comfortable being uncomfortable, because you have to move through the uncomfortability to have the blessings. Just part of the road, part of the journey. So hey, I'm here with you. As uncomfortable as I am, here I am, still doing it. We're gonna keep going. So I challenge that for you as well. All right, guys, I gotta get going and get my day going. But as always, I am sending you oceans and oceans of love from my heart to yours. I am Dr. Danae, your mirror and your cosmic messenger. Until tomorrow, namaste. Bye-bye.